Complex and the Equine Arena. Harrisburg Heat Soccer on MASL TV tonight. The Harrisburg Heat at 3-18-1 entertain the Chihuahua Savage, and they'll do it again tomorrow as well. Chihuahua second place in the standings at 18-4. They're just 1 point behind San Diego. Chihuahua, if they win both games this weekend, will end up as the regular season leader in the MASL as they head to the 18 playoffs. San Diego has a game, but that's not until tomorrow. So the Heat could at least maybe play spoiler and help San Diego out a little bit. But we'll see how that pans out. Grant Glorioso expected to get the starting nod for the Heat when we come back. It's Harrisburg and Chihuahua, MASL TV, here on YouTube.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HarrisburgHeat.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HarrisburgHeat.com.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HarrisburgHeat.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HarrisburgHeat.com.
Wind 6 miles, runway 6 right, right on.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Welcome back to Harrisburg. John Wilsbach with you here on MASL TV. Harrisburg Heat entertaining Chihuahua, back-to-back games tonight and late tomorrow afternoon. One other game going on tonight. The Strikers are in Dallas. And a whole bunch of games to end the regular season tomorrow. And of course the battle right now in the MASL, you've got the top 8 teams going to the playoffs. St. Louis right now the number 9 spot. So they're hoping for some help from San Diego, who plays Tacoma tomorrow. St. Louis will be at Milwaukee on Sunday after they defeated them 8-6 last night. So still some life there for the St. Louis ambush. The Baltimore Blast, they won last night 9-1 over Texas, and they play Kansas City. That'll be a battle for third place tomorrow as the Comets lead by 2 points over the Blast. The Harrisburg Heat will be starting Grant Glorioso in net, the Robert Morris product, Western PA native. He has watched Hugo Silva all season, plus early in the season he was out with a serious eye injury. You'll see him with those goggles on. Glorioso will be getting the starting nod tonight. By the way, the Harrisburg Heat orange jerseys that they wore on Thursday night, you may have watched that game and you've probably seen them in others, but the orange jerseys will be up for auction. You can start now. You can start tomorrow. The bidding will end tomorrow. All you got to do is go to Heat Auction. In this one, but Joey Tavernisi is back. He did not play on Thursday's game. Look at some of the hot feet coming in here from Chihuahua. Jorge Rios, 29 goals, 17 assists. Hugo Puentes, 23 goals, 19 assists. Thiago Reynoso, he'll be getting the starting nod in net. He is 12-2 on the season with a 4.31 goals against average. The Heat wearing the white and Chihuahua in the black uniforms. Harrisburg going from our left to right. Malcolm Harris over to De Silva as it knock off the body of Romero. It'll be a kick in coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. The Heat out there with Malcolm Harris, Dominic Francis, also Mike Shear. Backside is Adriano Dos Santos. I told you De Silva was out there as well. Harris knocks it off the boards to the middle, clear to the side. De Silva sends it around again, comes out front, and turning and shooting is Francis, but had it blocked. Adriano Dos Santos on the other side. He'll play it back to Grant Glorioso. Now it's Francis. Chihuahua not afraid to play up. They will put the pressure on you. They will stay in your face. They'll cross it around, but the Heat. Nice job by Camino. And they'll clear it out. The Heat are riding a 4-game losing streak. Chihuahua a 3-game winning streak. Glad to have Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you here to MASL Soccer. Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of Major Arena Soccer League. The all-new MASL fan store will be launching soon, so keep an eye out for that. And MITRE is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. MITRE is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at mitre.com. Heat trying to get it out of their own end, finally do. Along the near side, it's going to be Perry working it out of traffic, takes it to the middle, but his pass intercepted, and then won back by Tavernisi. He'll get it again. He shoots and scores. Joey Tavernisi, 1-0 in favor of the Heat. He stayed with it. got the first touch on it, got it back, and the second one was gold. Let's take another look at it. Went off the boards, and he just kept going right down the slot and following it. Time of the goal, 1:42. I think that was Cesar Ruiz who did not stay tight enough on him. And Tavernisi with the goal, his 18th of the season. It's 1-0 Heat. Last year we saw Chihuahua come in and just a masterful game, just showing their skill, speed, and ball handling abilities. That's probably why they've been in first place most of the season. Right now they're just in second, just a point behind San Diego, but the Sockers only have one game remaining on the season. And Chihuahua has two down the slot. Glorioso makes an initial save and the follow-up just wide. Here's De Silva up the far boards. Top 8 teams will be headed out to San Diego for next weekend's playoffs. Beautiful brand new facility out there at Oceanside. This one popped up high by Reynoso. And the Heat come over it again on the near boards. Jeremy Raley gets some help from Harris, sending it down to the corner. Weird hop there, and it's cleared back out. I like the idea of holding the first rounds out there. That way you're not having teams with arena issues and waiting a week or two to get dates. You know where it's going to be played, you know what's going to happen, and they're all at one place. Nicely controlled environment. That should be a lot of fun next weekend. You can watch it right here on MASL TV. All sent into the Heat zone, and Francis able to clear it out, but Chihuahua comes up with it again. The Savage sending it down. Left side, played to the right side, off the foot of Macias, and then a goal. Chihuahua ties it up quickly. Jorge Rios. Time of the goal. 4:06 of the first. Rios, his 30th of the season. He just has a bullet and a precision aim, finding that upper corner of the net. We're tied at 1. Remember, the bidding has already started for the jersey auction, which will end tomorrow. HeatAuction.com, HeatAuction.com. Bidding starts at $80 on those uniforms. Reynoso playing it out to the far side. Castanero. Now Rios, he's got room to run. Rios taps it to his right side. On to the left. Leal. Medrano into the corner. He trying to use some strength there. Thiago Freitas able to clear it back out. Thiago playing in his first game. Finally got that visa stuff settled. Last week, played on Thursday night. What a night he had, a goal and 3 assists. Again, something that the Heat have understood all season. Just missing 1 or 2 key players all year could have been the difference with this Heat team. Here's a shot out front, gets deflected wide. Comes all the way out of midfield. Romero crossing it to the opposite side. Romero outside the yellow. They'll work towards the near boards, dumping it down and out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Ort Signs is the official sign sponsor of the Harrisburg Heat. Thanks to Rod Ort and all the work he does for the Heat. And for 32 years, Friedmont has been an industry leader in service and education, offering both residential and commercial financing. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Choose wisely and call Friedmont. Friedmont's growing. If you're a branch, team, or individual looking for a better opportunity, info at friedmont.com, NMLS 1846. Ball sent all the way down into the corner, guarded there by Romero. They'll send it back out front. Hernandez on it. Into the box and back up on the near boards. Roman Ramirez trying to clear it out, but the Heat able to get possession and get pushed from behind. It'll be a foul on the Savage as Shearer went down. Tied at 1 here in the first. Adriano Dos Santos starting too early as the official was trying to set the position of the defenders, and Dos Santos will send it down for Tavernisi. Gets knocked away and cleared back out by the Savage. Raley able to get it to Tavernisi. Here's Dos Santos with a shot just wide. Holding on it is Reynoso. Reynoso comes to his feet, puts it down. He'll play it right up the middle. Diaz onto the far side. They'll work it and leave it for Ramirez. Diaz sending it all the way down the far side. Penalver. They'll work it again. Diaz dumping it down into the left corner around the boards. Dos Santos clears it back out. Miguel Diaz comes up with it again. Savage. Just a scoring machine this season. Keeping possession right now in midfield. He trying to keep the pressure on up front. Harris comes in off the bench. He's able to send it up to Camino. Savage have a plus 100 goal differential against their opponents. Loose ball on the left side. Reynoso able to grab on after a lot of body contact. The Heat at minus 49 on goal differential against its opponents for the season, but the Savage plus 100. Man, that's amazing. Ball sent down again to the Heat zone. Shot, Glorioso, nice dive to his left, got the hand on it. Kerstetter trying to clear it out using the glass. Savage keep it in. Leal playing it over to the opposite side. They'll work it there with Escalante. Leal. Now Rios. Leal. Escalante. Roberto Escalante. Heat not allowing Chihuahua to get up to that yellow and attack. They'll play it back to Reynoso. And Escalante will bring it back again. Sending it all the way down to the right corner. Fuentes. Double team there. Sends it out to the point. Tied at 1 here in the first. Rios. Escalante. Intercepted by the Heat. Silva able to clear it out. Here comes Harris in a foot race, but Reynoso gets there first and sends it down. The Heat go back for it again. Mike De Silva got that right hand wrapped up. Heat able to clear it out of the back, but it's a 3-line violation. We're going back to the other end. 1-1 free kick coming up here for Chihuahua. Frank's Marble and Granite, longtime Heat supporter. Over 30 years helping people improve their homes with granite, quartz, and marble. No other company can match their service, quality, or reputation. Everything's done right here in PA. Frank's Marble and Granite, the best in the biz. Restart for the Savage. They'll work it around the right side, still loose around the box. And now to the left. Nice block there by Tavernisi on Romero. Savage dancing it around. Nice little slide by Shearer getting in there, and then we get the foul whistled against Chihuahua. So a free kick for the Heat in their own end. Dominic Francis here, just a little slow getting up. Francis with a goal the other night. Comes in with 21 goals and 8 assists for the Heat. All goes all the way back to Grant Glorioso, his first start of the season, playing behind Hugo Silva this year, but was out for the early part of the season with a very serious eye injury, but only got cleared to play wearing special goggles out there. We'll get Hugo tomorrow for the season finale for the Heat. Hugo played on Thursday night against Baltimore in the Heat's loss. Down the left side, Romero into the corner around the boards, and it gets deflected out of play. And we've got the mid-quarter break, even though it's kind of late. 3:54 to go in the first. Harrisburg 1, Chihuahua 1. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
Well, a corner kick coming up here for the Savage. Ruiz will take it. They'll put Escalante on the wing. His shot gets blocked. And back along the boards. And then we get the foul kicking against the Heat. Free kick coming up for Chihuahua. They've got the bull ride mania going on in the large arena where the Heat used to play here, taking place right now. Ball sent around the boards. Heat trying to clear it out. Can't. Here's a long shot, just wide left. Comes over to the left side. Glorioso, and a goal on the back post. He got a piece of it, but it continued to the back post. And I think that's Ruiz able to finish it off. Cesar Ruiz, time of the goal, 11:23. His 8th of the season. Yep. Yeah, that was a rip there from Leal. On the left side. And just Glorioso got a hand on it and just still able to trickle over on that far post, and Ruiz was able to finish it off. 2-1 Chihuahua. We'll get the restart coming up here just outside the yellow. Zuart playing it over to Reynoso. He'll dump it down into the corner. Loose down in front and cleared back out. Zuart near side Diaz. Ariel Ziart puts it out of play. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. So the Heat to kick it back in. Kerstetter will fire it up the floor, headed the other way. Ball goes out of play again. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. The Heat one final game tomorrow, and the season will be over. Been a rough one for Harrisburg. Nice crowd on hand here today. Kevin Healy doing a nice job getting some tournaments in here. A lot of youth soccer groups going. One of the bright spots of the Heat this season. More of the youth involved and more tournaments. This one kicked out of play off of Chihuahua and Penalver. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. So the restart coming up. Sent right up the middle of the field, headed out of play. Last touch they're seeing by the Heat. It will be a Chihuahua kick in. Set up in midfield, Rios on it. He'll play it all the way back to his yellow. Escalante. Reynoso. Reynoso firing it down and out of play. There'll be a kick in for the Heat. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more. Try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Restart coming up here for the Harrisburg Heat. Dos Santos sending it up the field, but Savage come back up with it again. Macias stolen back by Tavernisi. Tavernisi, a lot of pressure, has to get it to Glorioso. He'll run up and clear it. It's a three-line violation against the Heat. So we're back the other way. And a free kick coming up center point of the yellow line. Restart coming up. It'll be Macias. They'll put Rios to his left. Now he'll step out of the way and a shot down the slot. Nice save by Glorioso again, going to his left, stopping Escalante. Savage back on it, turning it up the floor with 1:42 to go here in the first. They lead it 2-1. Along the near side, Macias. He'll take a shot up and out of play. Well, take 10. That's all the time you'll need for Eric Berggren to take you inside the game. Get to know some of the big stars advancing this sport on and off the field. 10 for 10. It airs weekly on MASL TV. And Glorioso throws one out of play this time. Well, it's his first start. He's making some early mistakes here in this contest with the 3-line violation and tossing it out. He's talking to his mom before the game. She was so nervous for him, coming off that eye injury and then getting a start. He's a Western PA kid, went to Robert Morris, living out in the Wexford area north of Pittsburgh. Restart's coming up here at the top of the arc. Restart by Hernandez. He'll approach. Here's Rios, but he played it behind Rios. Dos Santos able to clear it out. Kerstetter knocking it forward, getting it up to Harris. Harris moves into the right side. His shot got partially blocked. He'll get it back from Kerstetter. Sent back in midfield to Dos Santos. Dos Santos dumping it down. Harris trying to get on it again. Head ball. Deflects out the Heat. It's cleared out again. Dos Santos sends it back in again. This time it's Raley getting it down for Tavernese. He gets knocked down. It's a foul on Chihuahua. 54 seconds to go in the first. It'll be a restart for the Heat coming up from the right corner. So they'll restart in the right corner. Dominic Francis will put Harris, Thiago Freitas out front. Backside, he's got Raley and Mike Da Silva roaming around the top of the box. Let's see what he does. He'll play to the wing. Harris's shot got partially blocked, and then Reynoso able to pick it up. At midfield, Savage on it. 40 seconds to go in the first. Leal. Pass blocked by Harris, goes out of play. Another kick in for Chihuahua. We mentioned those playoffs. April 5th through the 7th out in San Diego. The Ron Newman Cup. Visit frontwavearena.com. Reserve your seats. Get yourself a nice flight out there next weekend and enjoy some soccer and some nice weather. Here comes the Heat. Panton out front, moves to the right. Shot, save, Reynoso. Oh, took it right off his foot. Excellent opportunity there for the Heat. But Thiago Reynoso stops him. We've played one. It's Chihuahua 2, Harrisburg 1. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at FremontMortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Back in Harrisburg, John Wills back with you after one. Chihuahua leading Harrisburg 2-1. Shots in that first quarter, 8 for the Savage, 5 for the Harrisburg Heat. And so don't forget to catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Galazo Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. And anytime the Harrisburg Heat score 4 games in a goal, well, the Heat score 4 is in effect thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central PA. They score 4 more goals, home or away. Use the code HEAT4 the next day at papajohns.com or the Papa John's app and save 40% off your pizza order. That's code HEAT4, 40% off your order. Papa John's. Chihuahua going from our left to right to start this second quarter. I mentioned they have the bull riding going on in the arena, the large arena right next door to us here, which is where the locker rooms are for the two teams. And literally you walk out of the locker room and there's the gates and the pens of the bulls and steers and goats and other animals, but the bulls are right outside the Chihuahua locker room. They had to put a security guard down there because they said the Chihuahua guys are coming out and trying to play with them. I'm not making this up. So they're having a lot of fun. Hopefully they sealed off the gate that leads up from the large arena here where the players go back down to the locker room. Hopefully nothing escapes down there, but if so, it's okay. They've got the main gate here closed down just in case. Out of midfield, Chihuahua's on it. Kerstetter trying to steal it. Double team though, and he'll lose it to Castanera. HeatAuction.com. Start bidding on those Heat jerseys. That'll run through tomorrow's game. HeatAuction.com. Bid on your favorite player, wherever you like. Masias to the far side. Rios down in the corner. Rios around the boards, loose, cleared out. Escalante runs it down. Yep, goes out of play. He just let it go. It'll be a kick in for Chihuahua. They waste no time, quickly bringing it in. A block by Francis. Nice job by Thiago Freitas there. It led Francis just a little bit too fast. Back the other way, come the Savage, moving in left side and up and out of play. .12:38 to go here in the second, 2-1 in favor of the Savage. Here's Shearer on the far side, back for Perry, sending it the other way. Reynoso, inside Escalante. Up along the near boards, a sprint there by Masias. Into the corner, round the boards. Luckily nobody home there for Chihuahua. The Heat able to clear it back out. Panton sends it to the near side. Thiago. On the near side, Panton battling there with Romero, and they'll call the foul on the Heat. We will get a warning for the delay, for knocking the ball to the other end. That's a warning on the Heat. And a free kick here at Chihuahua. Next time that'll result in a penalty. Leal on the back half, sending it up the near side. Hernandez. Ruiz. Near side, Carlos Hernandez. Possession held here by Chihuahua. Back for Reynoso. They'll dump it down to the right side. Nice job there by Tavernese getting the foot in there and knocking it back out. Savage will play it back towards their own yellow. Running it down there is Leal. Reynoso. Sent up along the near boards. Ruiz. Again, the Heat trying to keep the pressure out front. Dos Santos able to win it away. Moves in. Takes a shot wide. It's just off the mark on the opposite side for Da Silva. Pressured by Jeremy Raley up front. So he cleared it out briefly. I thought it was Tavernese. That was Raley who was playing back there in the back line. Orioso comes up with the ball. Orioso long throw down that far side. And again, headed back to Reynoso. Only one other game tonight in the MASL. The Strikers at Dallas. Ball sent to the far side for Harris. Malcolm Harris has it poked free, but able to come back. Get it again. Back the other way comes Romero. Sends it around. Loose in front, Glorioso grabs on. Romero, actually a defender. He leads this Chihuahua team with 31 blocks coming into this game. Loose at midfield. Camino trying to get to it, but Castañeda able to knock it along the side. Tavernese stepped in there. Working it up the far side. Castañeda again. Romero. He'll chip it down into the corner. Now to play off the Savage. It'll be a kick in for the Heat. Well, thinking of a tattoo here in the Harrisburg area? Just a couple of the Heat players visit True Self Tattoo for their pro service of tattoos. True Self Tattoo, welcome them aboard. Out of midfield, Chihuahua on it. Perry there blocking it out of play. It'll be a kick in for Chihuahua. Not too soon for you folks out there, businesses and groups, to start thinking about next year. Employee and client appreciation nights. Get your team here. Have them walk out with players. Parade of champions. You'll have the whole off season here to work on that. And then just give Kevin Healy a call or email. Kevin@HarrisburgHeat.com. Kevin@HarrisburgHeat.com. Maybe you want your business to do it. Talk to them and Get them some information ahead of time. Raley, near side. Thiago. Setting it down to the left side. Shearer will send it back out for Perry. Now Francis. Anthony Wright out there runs it down. Nice job keeping it away from Rios. He'll play it up the middle, and he will tap it down the near side. Ball spins right down along top the railing and then goes back in play. Glorioso will dump it down to the right corner. Hard hop, kept alive by Dos Santos. Sent around the boards. Here's Francis in front, but Reynoso able to grab on first. Quickly the other way. Macias stolen away by Francis. Wright clears it down to midfield. Leal onto the far side. Two to one, Chihuahua with the lead. Savage moving in a little closer, take a shot. Francis with a block. And Dos Santos knocks it in the air and got bumped into. It's a foul on the Savage. Dos Santos, he's been going down hard on the floor lately. A couple weeks ago, at a nice bicycle kick goal near the top of the arc. Thursday night, Dos Santos cleared one out of his own end with a bicycle kick. The crowd enjoyed that. Here's Panton, shot just a little high and out of play. We'll step out, 5:52 to go in the second. 2-1, Chihuahua leading Harrisburg. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
With 6 miles, runway 6 right, we're on.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Register your team in the Heat Youth tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
With 6 miles, runway 6 right, we're on.
Now play back on, and Chihuahua with it, playing it down to the right side. Loose ball near the top and cleared back out. Panton comes up with it for the Harrisburg Heat. Panton takes it over to the far side and circles back around. De Silva, Camino, gave it away. Over on the left side, here comes Fuentes, but Camino able to get back quickly. Now the right side opened up. A block there on the shot by Hernandez. Little mistakes like that will kill you. Luckily, Nino was able to retreat quick enough and get back and stop it. Ball knocked high in the air. Still bouncing all over the place. Nino right there running it down on the near boards. Little battle working against Matrano. Cleared back out of midfield. Now Shearer sending it to Kerstetter. He'll dump it down the corner. Iago trying to get to it there, but again, the Savage with the possession. Francis trying to keep it alive. Does sends it down into the corner. Francis has it at the right point. Back in midfield. Rayleigh, near side, Perry. Rayleigh has to run back off the pass and run it down. He'll get it now from Francis. He'll chip it up the middle. Shearer on it. Taps it near side. Thiago goes out of play. Kick in coming up for the Heat with 3:58 to go in the second. 2-1 our score. Savage. Jeremy Rayleigh, acquired just a few weeks back. Dump it down in the corner for Tavernese. Cleared back out by Chihuahua and Zuart. Dos Santos has it. Glorioso up the middle. Tavernese uses the shoulder to knock it over to Panton, but Chihuahua quick to get back, getting it to Reynoso. Zuart out there, moving it around. Ramirez. Sent to the opposite side. Zuart. He'll chip it in the air down the near boards. Stays in play off the foot of Macias. Zuart left side shot blocked out of play. And off the body of Anthony Wright. It'll be a kick in coming up here for Chihuahua with 3:11 to go in the second. Coming up at halftime, we'll hear all and see all the highlights of MASL action for the past week. Update the standings, playoff situations, some of the great goals and action of the week. Stick around at halftime. Loose ball in front. Oh, and the Heat lucked out there because Ramirez kind of fanned on the bounce. Glorioso gonna fire it the other way. Rayleigh on it, knocking it. Panton playing it up the near side for Shearer. Shearer leaving it for Panton. He's working it down along the near boards, double teamed. Shearer able to get it back for Rayleigh. Where Santos has it. Now Harris has his pocket picked. And Dos Santos with a nice little poke on Ramiro. Shearer with it. Harris. Ball dumped down the corner and out of play. By Camino, it'll be a kick in for Chihuahua. So the restart for the Savage to the far boards. Goes out of play. Off of the Savage. Thiago Freitas setting it down for Tavernese. Back for Thiago. They'll play to the top for Kerstetter. Lost soft pass. Penalver was able to pick it off. Francis comes up with a steal but oversteps it. And then he'll lose it. And Gamino helping out. Keeping the ball alive on the far side. A little clutching, grabbing, pushing, swinging going on. And they'll call the foul against the Heat. 1:14 to go here before halftime. Francis They've taken one to the face during that little exchange. Maybe we can see that again. And he's looking a little woozy down there. See what happened. His bodies were clutching, grabbing, swinging, kicking. And he's not feeling good right now. Not sure if we have that clip or not. Yeah, let's watch it. There you go. You got the little tie-up. Camino's right in the middle there. Oh, yeah, that was kind of a nasty swing off of that. Ooh, I'm surprised that he doesn't throw the flag on that. That Pat Healy doesn't throw the flag and they review that. That was just like a reach out, kind of a punch in the face. And Francis really wasn't even on top of him. Let's see it one more time. Francis needs a lot of time here to get back up. So there was the grab by Gamino. And then the push off, was that Rios or Ramirez? It was either one of those two. I think it was Rios kind of reached out and popped him right in the face. And I can see on the bench right now that Pat Healy's taking a look on his device to see if he wants to challenge this one. Yeah, definitely worth taking a look at as the Heat trail by one. Heater here tomorrow, 5:05. Here's an earlier one that the crowd reacted to. 2 points for that. The NCAA basketball tournament going on. Unfortunately, no one will get those 2 points for that nice little bucket, but Francis is definitely shaken with the shot he took. But I get the feeling Pat Healy is going to throw the flag on this and challenge it. Yeah. Yeah, he saw what we saw here. And the shot to the face. So we're going to have a video review. Yeah, initially, didn't seem like it would be, but then once you saw that replay and saw the reach out with the hand and strike to the face, and that's a strike above shoulders. We had that penalty on Thursday night. That should be a 2-minute penalty here. So watch Francis there, and boom, just took that real fast from Jorge Rios. Let's see it a little bit better here. Watch 16. He was getting yanked by Gamino. And as he got yanked by Gamino, he decided he'd reach out and kind of threw the hand up. And the question is, was it because he was being swung from behind while his shirt was being tagged by Gamino that he threw that hand, or was he just trying to get balance? He kind of swung that arm around. And Francis just have to be in the flight path. And that's what the officials are looking at right now. That's what we've been looking at. This Chihuahua team has done well this season in penalty killing, stopping 20 of 25. Let's take a little zoom in here, a little bit tighter. You can see that right hand hit across the face of Francis. Gamino in there. As Rios got pulled from behind, that's where you get the reach around smack. Could they get Gamino for that hold? Quite possibly. That's not what the challenge is about right now. The challenge is coming up right here. Rio 16. There's the shirt pull, and then boom, swings it around and in the left side of the jaw and eye. Ron Francis, seeing stars. So the officials are now done reviewing as well. With 1:14 to go here in the second. And they will pull the blue cards. There we go. We've got the penalty now. It will go against Rios for 2 minutes. And Rios will go to the penalty box. And the Harrisburg Heat will get the power play. The Heat this season, 6 of 22 for just 27% on the power play. As I mentioned, Chihuahua has killed 20 of 25 for an 80% kill rate. This may continue into the second half if the Heat don't score here with 1:14 to go in the second. Chihuahua will get the restart though. 2 minutes, head and neck contact by Rios. And the restart, ball played down into the corner. Keep battling there. Brad Kerstetter back on it. Kerstetter leads the Heat with 21 blocks this season. It's going to be sent all the way back to Reynoso to try to kill some of the time. He'll bring it out past to Silva and dump it down into the corner. Reynoso able to pick it up as Kerstetter was blocking off the pressure of Ruiz. Reynoso sending up the middle. Harris far side. Look at this pressure that Chihuahua puts on you. Doesn't even allow you to get the ball up the floor. Now here comes Thiago Freitas, but tries crossing it to the far side for De Silva, and it gets intercepted. Savage still maintaining possession. Real. Stolen by Harris. 10 seconds to go here in the half. Power play may be continuing into the second half as Chihuahua gets on it and sits, and that's what's going to happen. So we'll carry over the power play, and we've reached halftime. Stick around for all the latest news and info on the MASL. It's 2-1, Chihuahua leading Harrisburg. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
With 6 calls, runway 26 right, clear on.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at FremontMortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
Shoot! He scores!
Welcome back, everybody. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastianski. It is great to see you again. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down in the league for you over the past week, and I just need 5 minutes to do it. Let's go.
Watching Nick Pereira dribble a soccer ball at his feet is like watching the running of the bulls in Spain.
Good stop.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
The Tacoma Stars absolutely needed to win both their games in a home-and-home series against Kansas City last weekend to stay in the playoff race, and they did just that, knocking off the Comets in Tacoma in the first game 4-3, and then in the return engagement back in Missouri 5-4. The Stars enter this weekend having gone 8-2 in their last 10. The team chasing them, the St. Louis Ambush, have to win out their schedule as well, and they came up with a huge Texas sweep, dropping both the Dallas Sidekicks and Texas Outlaws to stay in the hunt. St. Louis has won 4 straight and 7 of 10. And the stakes were high in Empire last Sunday. The Sockers were trying to grab the first overall seed in the playoffs, while Empire is suddenly faltering and could possibly miss the playoffs. Sockers legend Craig Charles recorded his 300th career MASL goal. Empire rallied back from a 6-1 deficit, but ultimately lost 9-8 in overtime. So, where do things stand as we enter the final weekend of regular season play? Well, San Diego leads Chihuahua by a point, but the Savage have a game in hand, so control their own destiny. The only teams that haven't sewn up a playoff berth are Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis. Look at the 7, 8, 9 in the standings. St. Louis 2 points out, but have a game in hand. So they control their own destiny if they can win their last 2 games. If they win out and Tacoma wins, but Empire loses, the Strikers could miss the playoffs. So let's look at games with massive playoff ramifications this weekend. The Ambush have a home-and-home with Milwaukee. They're in St. Louis Friday, then back in Wisconsin on Sunday. Frank Taiu cannot play in those 2 games as part of the trade condition of him going from St. Louis to Milwaukee. This game on Sunday between Tacoma and San Diego could decide everything for Tacoma's playoff chances and San Diego's drive to finish first and win home floor advantage if they were to make the championship final. And Chihuahua has 2 games in Harrisburg to finish the campaign, and to ensure they get first place, they need to win both games against the Heat. It's as simple as that. Oh, the drama. And of course, the playoffs kick off next weekend in San Diego at the Front Wave Center. The quarterfinals take place Friday, April 4th. The semis the next day, Saturday, April 5th. It's going to be epic. For ticket information, visit frontwavearena.com and maslsoccer.com. Players of the week now brought to you by Green Drop. Chris Toth in goal. Correa defensively, his teammate. And on offense, Justin Stinson from the Empire Strikers. Let's start things off with Stinson, who had a ridiculous week. 6 goals, 2 hat tricks for the boys in purple. Stinson has just been so ridiculously good all season long. For Empire on defense, it is Correa, who had 2 goals for Tacoma plus 7 blocks in those 2 Stars wins. And in goal, his teammate, Chris Toth Fantastic week once again. 35 saves, 1 assist in those 2 Tacoma wins. Time now for some of the top plays from past week.
Now, Coughlin, he's going to run it up into the offensive end, and Coughlin is going to score.
2-goal lead against the Blast, and once again the Wave wins, and they're in.
What a shot there from Aber Spina.
Harrisburg did a good job momentarily to keep that up front. Long chip, it goes in!
Will he be the goalkeeper to make the save? Childs, welcome to the 300 Club, Craig Childs.
So far, it's going to be a chance here. And a shot, and a goal! Goal!
You know the holes in Spain.
Step.
Here's Correa with a strike, the Stars take the 4-3 lead, Adrian Correa!
11 goals, 5 assists for 16 points. Right back to the Wave!
Hansen. Oh, out of position, the goal. Oh! What a goal! That should go down as your goal of the year.
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just remember, all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
When we do, what are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
When we do, what are you guys going to yell? Yes!
Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at FremontMortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
With 6 calls, wrong with 6 break. We're going.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
John Wilsbach back in Harrisburg. Chihuahua leading the Harrisburg Heat 2-1 here at halftime. Let's check out the scoring in this one because the Heat got things started off in this one very early at 1:42 of the first. Joey Tavernese, who sat out on Thursday, right there, shoots it wide but follows up as the ball bounces right back to him going down the left inside part of the box there, and he finishes it off. At 4:06, it's Rios. They're from Escalante. Rios, his 30th of the season, upper corner. Whew, what a rip. And then 11:23, Ruiz able to finish one off on the back post. Real's the one who sent it across, got the assist. That's where you get your 2-1 score. Chihuahua outshot Harrisburg 11-6 in that first half. Heat with 4 blocks, 2 blocks for the Savage. And these two teams are going to battle again tomorrow at 5:05. Now, we had a penalty right near the end of the second quarter as Dominic Francis took a shot to the face, most likely accidental by Rios. Nonetheless, took a shot to the face, went down. Long delay while he was collecting his bearings, and the Heat got a power play out of it. They did not score in that minute 14 that remained in the second quarter. So we still get a little extra time here. 46 seconds worth of the third quarter of a Heat man advantage. Again, don't forget the top 8 teams in the MASL headed next weekend to the playoffs out at Front Wave Arena. FrontWaveArena.com to reserve your seats. Just hop on one of those flights out to beautiful San Diego. Enjoy the weekend, and a weekend of great soccer. As you know, you're going to be seeing some of the best teams around. The San Diego Sockers, the host club, Chihuahua, Kansas City, Baltimore, Milwaukee, Utica City. Question is, and also Empire, will it be Tacoma out there or St. Louis? Tacoma plays San Diego tomorrow at the end of the regular season. St. Louis is playing Milwaukee in Milwaukee. St. Louis hoping for a Tacoma loss and an ambush win to be number 8. Chihuahua hoping to win both this weekend here against the Heat to end up as the number 1 seed, currently held by San Diego. San Diego is hoping the Heat are able to just get 1 win this weekend, help them out, and let San Diego take care of business against Tacoma. There's still some spots up for grabs. Same with Baltimore, Kansas City. Kansas City holding the number 3, Baltimore holding the number 4. And the Comets just 2 points ahead of Baltimore. The Blast can beat them. They play at home tomorrow in Towson. And that would mean Baltimore can move up to the number 3 spot. Don't forget about those Harrisburg Heat jerseys. The season-ending jersey auction won by your favorite Heat players out there. Just go to heatauction.com. You can access it from the little barcode you see there on the screen. You can go to the Heat's Facebook page. Minimum bids, they all start at 80 and work their way up. Usually it's the better the player, the higher the bidding. So get on there today or tomorrow. Probably want to do it again tomorrow and check out, see where your bidding is. And if someone's replaced it, well, bid a little higher. We also have the Skip program with its gift basket auction taking place in the arena here tonight. Lisa and Aaron always do a nice job at supporting the Heat, raising money for good causes in Upper Dauphin County. And look at this, right off the bat, almost a goal for Chihuahua, playing short-handed as Leal took it down and had an opportunity. The Heat still on the power play for another 23 seconds here, but it's Chihuahua with the possession. So 28 seconds here on the power play remaining. Another kick in coming up. He would love to get one here with this remaining power play time. Tavernese gets it from Harris. A lot of pressure as Rayleigh gets it back for De Silva. Ball dumped all the way down for Tavernese in the corner. Got the foot briefly on it. De Silva just wide left. Iago back out for Harris. Few seconds remaining on the power play, and here comes Rio's teams are at equal strength. Iago Freitas corner, sends it around the glass in front, and popped up and out of play by Tavernese. Good little flurry there with that brief power play. Now teams are at equal strength. The Heat still trailing by 1. Ball sent back to Reynoso. I don't know if Chihuahua will be using Christian Hernandez tomorrow or not. Here's a shot blocked by Dos Santos. Panton clears it out for Wright. Sent back in the other way by Romero. Romero in the corner sends it across to the opposite side. Another one gets deflected wide. Heat needing a lot of blocks out there right now. It's Chihuahua putting the pressure on. Sean Panton. Now Kerstetter dumping it down for Joey Tavernisi. Sends it around the boards, but Harris wasn't there in position. Harris tries to recollect and does. Lays it out for Gamino. Now for Raley. Near side Harris. Raley sends it down. Gamino with a shot. Oh, nice little side swipe on the volley, but Reynoso right there to stop it. Chihuahua with a 2-1 lead. Sent down toward the top of the box. No one was there. Actually, Ramirez was there, but he had fallen. Glorioso sends it back out. Harris knocks it over to De Silva. He'll move in left side. Mike De Silva. He gets knocked down from behind. Still a loose ball along the boards. They'll call the foul against the Heat. And it's Chihuahua's ball. Carlos Hernandez brings it up the near side. Ball chipped down into the corner. Stetter. Check that Perry clearing it out. Still loose. Hernandez comes up with it again. Now for Diaz, not to the opposite side. Zuart. At the point, Hernandez. He'll line up Loy. Real cannot finish it off. What's interesting is the ball hit the HVAC unit near the end zone, and it is spewing out gases or air. Well, it's actually liquid water, yeah, because you can see the ground getting wet in the back there. They may have hit a line on that ball. And now it has set off the fire alarm here in the arena. And it is leaking bad. The question is it leaking in it down in the other portion of the other arena where they have bull ride mania going on right now? Can we get a shot of that up there and see exactly where the ball blasted up there? And you can see the spray coming out from the ceiling now. It has set off the flashing fire alarm here. And the spray is leaking down through the light. We need to get some of the farm show folks here. There's Music Mandy. She's nearby. All her equipment, she's got to start worrying. She's the one who plays all the DJ music here. And here comes one of the farm show folks with some urgency, obviously. And Andy has been with the Heat since the 90s, playing music here at the games. So we've got a stop here in Harrisburg. And who knows for how long. They are unable to fix things. We may have to go to a in-progress doubleheader tomorrow as a possibility. So everyone's looking over there. Can we go back and see the shot that was taken when that ball went up and hit the upper area. You see the dirt covering over a lot of the HVAC vent up there. That's because they do a lot of monster truck pulls and things like that in this arena. But as that ball went up and blasted by Chihuahua, it hit something up there, and the rain is coming down from the rafters. Now they're going to have to start thinking about what they want to do in this situation if the farm show is unable to get this turned off or neutralized here in the next hour or two. We may have to postpone the rest of this game and carry it into an earlier start tomorrow as a possibility. I'm just curious if the fire alarm alert is also in the other arena. We're down in the hallway where all the bulls are currently sitting here for the bull ride mania. And there's Mandy guarding her equipment. All right, let's take a look at the shot that caused this whole mess. Out front, the follow-up just popped right up and out by Liao. And then all of a sudden, right after that, things started coming down. So it went up, obviously hit one of the lines up in that ceiling area. And Andy is guarding the DJ equipment. You can see she's protected in the end zone. That's right in the end zone, above the net, above the goal. And it is just pouring down over there. This is a first. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of Major Arena Soccer League. The all-new MASL fan store will be launching soon, so keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to subscribe to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game, rebroadcast, MASL shows, highlights, and more. As we continue with our water delay, as Chihuahua's shot by Jorge Leal hit high up in the end zone and obviously hit some type of a water fixture. I'm not sure if it's a sprinkler system or if it's just a water line that it hit. And it is not only up on the walking area there, but it is also, and that connects the two sides of the arena here, if you're not familiar with the equine arena. And it's also down below in the dirt, right where the Heat and Chihuahua will go on and off the field. That's becoming a mud pit now. But what a turn of events here. Looks like it's just raining. There's no rain outside, I can tell you that. We've just got rain on the inside from the system here in Harrisburg. John Wilsbach with you. It's a 2-1 lead by Chihuahua with 11:29 to go in the third. Joey Tavernisi, the only Heat goal, but Rios and Ruiz scored for Chihuahua. All the goals came in the first quarter, nothing in the second quarter. The Heat unable to take advantage of a power play. And we are under delay, a rain delay indoors. That's a first probably for many sports, many professional games, as it is coming down strong here. And at least they got the alarm turned off. So the fire alarm and the flashing lights that were going off, they've at least neutralized that. That has stopped. So now it's just a matter of they need to figure out how to neutralize and turn off the water coming down out of the ceiling. And luckily our cameraman is on the opposite side of Mandy than where the water is, or he'd be running for his life right now. And they're asking the fans can't even transfer from one side to the other. They have to go to the opposite end and use the dirt walkway down at the other end if they want to get from one side to the other. So we've got this delay, and the question is, will they want to continue? Or will they want to pick it back up tomorrow? Because Chihuahua is still in town. They'll play a 5 o'clock game tomorrow. They can always start one at 2 or 3 and then play the second one as kind of an in-progress doubleheader. They can just wait till that water stops coming down up there. We've got a delay. And we'll take a break here in Harrisburg. It's 2-1. Chihuahua leading Harrisburg early in the third. We'll come back in just a little bit. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players, pre-game, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournament. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on-field with the Heat players pre-game, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell?
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Well, look at the water now. They're trying to keep the water that's coming down away from the field, away from the turf, as it's starting to form a lake down behind the field from this broken water line or sprinkler that got whacked by one of the Chihuahua shots. Still see it coming down inside the arena here in Harrisburg. And they are scrambling down below to try to keep that water, I should say muddy water, from getting onto the field. They're going to pull some of the field back now. Keep it away from the boards as well. They need more help. It just keeps on coming. Pull that field back, which is placed down on dirt here at the Equine Arena. When they set this field up, they roll the dirt down flat, hard, and then they put the turf down over it. But as this water line continues to blow water out of the ceiling straight down, it's landing on the walkway and down below. Down below, it is turning into a lake and coming right up to the boards. You see the heat down there? Trying to keep that water from ruining the field. Getting on the turf, they pulled the turf back. Looks like they're going to throw some towels down there to help. Carl Delmont wants help. Getting no help from the farm show folks who have no answer how to stop the water that's coming down. And no other help at trying to keep the water from going toward the field. It's like a slow motion disaster in progress. The water has not stopped. Let's show that shot once again. Because this one will go down in history. Possibly stopping or ending a heat game. Ball comes out. Right near the top of the box, up it goes. You don't see it there, but it hit right up above the walkway, and right there is the area that it hit. And now the fire alarms are again flashing here. At least they brought in a nice big super shovel to try to keep that water going a different direction. But again, they may have to continue this one tomorrow. The ball goes like this. Last time we had something similar to this was the Harrisburg Heat back in one of the first couple seasons. Had a large attended game against Chicago. And Chicago was stuck in the Midwest on the tarmac. I don't know if they were at O'Hare or another airport, and they could not make it to Harrisburg. The Heat were all ready to play that night, and they thought Chicago was in the air. There was no way of getting information back in the early 90s. They even had a Harrisburg City escort set up from the police department at the airport to bring them quickly up to the farm show when their plane landed. But the plane never took off from the Midwest. And after keeping the fans here in Harrisburg for about, I want to say at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, they finally said, we're calling the game. And of course, there were a lot of folks who were upset because they sat there thinking that Chicago was in the air. Well, Harrisburg even thought they were in the air, and they never were. This is before you had the cell phones and somebody could text you. And it ended up that the game got canceled. Thousands of fans left, quite disappointed. And they ended up playing, I believe, on that Monday, if not Tuesday, but I believe that Monday, when Chicago finally made it in from the Midwest from some snowstorm. And that was probably the last worst thing that happened during a Heat game. But that was the Chicago Power. There's music, Mandy. Yeah, she's starting to get surrounded. We're going to throw her a life jacket here in a few minutes. At least she's up on a higher platform and might float away at some point, but she's maybe going to have to start moving some of her equipment out of there. Some of that equipment you see right there is stationary. That's farm show equipment that stays there all the time. So the water continues to pour out from the end zone ceiling. They are now finally have about 4 or 5 folks down trying to keep the water out. And here comes an announcement. Now warning that we don't want any electrocution to happen. And they've got about 4 or 5 guys down below who are now pushing the water back the other way, trying to keep it from the field. I don't see how they can continue with this game tonight. I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to have to postpone this and finish tomorrow. It's kind of a mini doubleheader. Officials around talking about it too. But the first ever rain delay in Harrisburg Heat history. And you're watching it here on MASL TV as a shot by Jorge Leal blasted up to the ceiling in the end zone, out of play, and struck either a sprinkler system or a water line, and it is starting to flood the walkway and down below by the field as we've got crews down there frantically trying to keep that water from running onto the field and against the boards. Look at that. Oh, it's a losing effort right now. They're doing all they can to just keep pushing it the other way, but the only thing that might help them is if one of the farm show folks brings in a front loader of some dirt or something to reposition the water elsewhere. But I don't see this one restarting. They are pushing in a losing effort. They're keeping it as best they can, but the water has not stopped. We may be canceling this until tomorrow, but again, we're just going to have to wait and see. It just does not look like they're going to be able to fix this problem immediately with everyone that's here. There's been no scoring in the second quarter, no scoring here in the third. And Chihuahua has the 2-1 lead. John Wills back with you. Watching the fun unfold here on MASL TV. The rain delay inside. So as crews continue to work, they got the alarm back off at least. Both teams just kind of warming up, taking their time, stretching out. We'll take another break. We'll come back here in a couple minutes and check on things. We'll step back out. It's 2-1. Chihuahua leading Harrisburg. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
I was just being visited here by Pat Flynn, the former general manager of the Harrisburg Heat. As we watch this rain delay here in Harrisburg, we were both thinking of that Chicago snow out when Chicago couldn't make it to Harrisburg and everybody thought they were in the air. They were still sitting on the tarmac and thousands of fans had left. Well, there are more fans for that one than this one, but here you can see the upper level walkway where Music Mandy is at least guarded by a few extra inches of height there over the water as it pours down, and then it is of course going down to the ground level, and there are 5 ground crew folks frantically keeping the water from going underneath the boards and onto the field in a muddy mess. But that ball by Leal just blasted up and hit either a sprinkler system or some water line. I don't know what it is over there, and unbelievable that another event like this. Let's take a look at it here because the ball came out and it comes back to Leal. He blasted. You don't see it because it's off the charts. It's all the way up top and it hits somewhere right up in there, and then all of a sudden we start hearing the blasting of air and water, and it's ugly. The thing they can do here, luckily Chihuahua's here tomorrow, so they can just postpone this, pick up that game earlier tomorrow, and then play the regular one if they have to. But they're still frantically trying to keep that water out from down below. And the referees are on the horn with the league. Meanwhile, down in the large arena, they have Bull Ride Mania. We were wondering if the alarms were going off down there too, freaking all the bulls out. Oh, that's just a mess. It's Woodstock down there. And he keeps the music going, and the guys are working hard to keep the water from going into the field of play. An indoor rain delay. Now, this one might make the news tonight. We'll have to get Chad and the crew to send it out. Maybe get some national play on this. Maybe we can make the ESPN top 10. A rain delay of indoor soccer. Those guys are getting all muddied up and getting tired. So it's a 2-1 lead by Chihuahua. Tomorrow's game is supposed to start at 5:05. If they do decide to postpone it tonight, they could start that maybe at 3 or start it at 5 and then pick up on the next one. Who knows? They could even just pick it up and just say start the 4th quarter tomorrow. That would be a league decision if they do something like that. With the The water has not stopped. I don't even know if anyone here at the Farm Show Complex knows how to get that line to shut off or where it shuts off. But either way, it's going to be just a mosh pit of mud. And those poor guys down there are getting tired. They're using snow shovels, big brooms, whatever they can find. John Wilsbach with you. Rain delay inside the Farm Show Equine Arena. Looks like it's starting to slow a little bit of that water coming out, is it? I don't think so. Still coming out either way. Unless they finally got it shut off. You can see the floor right there, and that's the walkway that connects the two sides together. Fans go to get food on one side, and the other side is the heat merchandise tables. Now that water's still coming out pretty good. And the officials are congregating down in the corner again, taking a look. Some of the Farm Show folks and security coming out, taking a look at stuff. It's going to be hard to get these guys even back to the locker room because the water is so flooded out in the area where they walk out of the equine arena. Still coming out of there, but not as bad as it was. But they have the corner of the field peeled back. The turf is peeled away from the boards in case the water was able to reach underneath there. They just don't have the necessary resources down there to really get this water moved away from. You can see it even back behind where the players will walk from the bench area. It's moving that far. But Music Mandy keeps the music going with Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys. 2-1 is our score. Yes. Get them in baseball. You don't get them in indoor soccer. That's the great thing with indoor soccer. You don't get any rain delays. Maybe the first one in the history of all the years of the MISL, MASL, NPSL, CISL, all the various indoor leagues. We've got it here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Not pretty. They can bring in a big front end loader of some sawdust. I know they always have a lot of that around here. That would certainly help. I don't know what crew they have on tap here on a Saturday night, because they've got the Bull Ride Mania going on down in the large arena. Oh. Someone's getting new sneakers after this. Now, we have not heard any determination yet from the officials or league officials, Carl Delmont or Kevin Healy. But the smart thing, I think, at this point, because some fans have already left, is just pick this game back up tomorrow. That's what we're going to have to see if they can do that or not. Need some giant squeegees out there. Adriano Dos Santos checking in with the officials. Now Kevin Healy comes over. It's President Kevin Healy. Pat Healy, his son, the head coach. Officials on the phone again with the league. As we are in a delay here, not seeing the water as much coming down. I can still see it from my advantage point. We'll go back to the Mandy camera. Might as well call it the Mandy camera. And it still looks like there's still water coming out of the ceiling. As you can see, it's running down and it's flowing right towards the field. There we go. Yep, there it is. Still raining away. Andy's playing Here Comes the Sun now. I don't think it's coming, and I don't think it's drying up very quick. Well, still no official word on if they will continue to wait to finish this game, or if they will continue it tomorrow in progress and then play game 2 tomorrow against Chihuahua. The water hasn't stopped, that's for sure. It's not quite spraying the way it was earlier, but still coming down here in the farm show. A blast moments ago, well, a long time ago by now, by Jorge Leal. Hit up top and hit either a sprinkler system or a water line. It broke. And the heavens opened up. And panic set in as that water started flooding towards the field. As you can see there into the mud. The crews are still doing their best to keep it from reaching the boards. What a mess. We're early here in the third quarter. John Wills back with you. Other games taking place tonight in the MASL. Just one more game. That's the Strikers against the Sidekicks. Second quarter, Strikers lead Dallas 1-0. Keep in mind, the Harrisburg Heat jersey auction continues into tomorrow. Go to heatauction.com. Heatauction.com, you can bid on those. Also, the Skip program having its silent auction here tonight. That might continue tomorrow. Other games taking place tomorrow. Kansas City at Baltimore. Battle for third place there. You got Texas at Utica City. St. Louis at Milwaukee. St. Louis needs a win and a Tacoma loss. Get themselves the number 8, the final seed, heading into the MASL playoffs next weekend. Tacoma is at San Diego. Tacoma needs that win against the current number 1 team in the MASL. The Sockers only have 1 game remaining while Chihuahua has 2. Chihuahua right on their heels, just 1 point behind the Sockers. You get 3 for the win. 2 for an overtime win. Chihuahua's hoping to get 2 wins and be able to take care of locking up first place. Sockers are hoping the Heat to help them out a little bit. Well, they'll keep cleaning the mud The officials will keep talking. We'll take another quick break and we'll come back in just a few moments. Rain delay from a busted water line here in the Quiet Arena. It's 2-1 Chihuahua leading the Heat. Back on MASL TV on YouTube.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players, pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
When we do, what are you guys going to yell?
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Now we're still in our rain delay. They've got a fire company out here now. They are checking things through the building. The water that you saw from where Music Mandy is, that's running down that walkway slants downward right to the Heat merchandise stand. They have all the merchandise up on tables, and that water then runs out into the main hallway here on the farm show complex. They are up there sweeping water away from things. And as you can see, they're doing a great job down here. Really working hard at keeping that water from breaching the field. And initially it was Carl Delmont by himself begging for help, and everyone's trying to find brooms and shovels and starting to push stuff around. A little of the water has breached right up against it on the opposite side. Aware of that. That's coming in from the other side that they're working. They're on the south side of the building, and you can see water still draining down out of that water line as they still continue to try to figure out how to get it completely shut off. They warned everybody to stay away. Tell them, Andy. Don't need anyone electrocuted. She'll get rid of them quick. So that water, as you see, as it goes further down the hallway there, it goes downhill. And it's going right down by the merchandise stand and then down into the main hallway of a farm show complex here. You can see those folks working. Now on the lower side of the camera is where the other water was starting to come running. It's like a lake down there. As we are in delay here in Harrisburg between Chihuahua and the Harrisburg Heat. We remind you, the Harrisburg Heat auction, heatauction.com. Jersey auction, that's through tomorrow. MASL social media. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. And Under Review, you disagree with the call? Well, you might see it on Under Review, MASL's most controversial show, Under Review with Phil Lavanco, MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. Well, we've heard nothing about postponing this game. Seems like they still want to continue on and get this one in tonight. And have a starting tomorrow on the final game of the regular season. It looks like they have done a great job in keeping most of that water from getting underneath the corner boards. Great job there. And all those folks down there hustling, working and using energy and just getting muddied shoes, using whatever they can, little crappy brooms, snow shovels. They pulled back the turf to make sure that stayed dry. And the water, still seeing some dripping coming down, but not as bad as when it first hit. Just started joining us, just tuned in. This game has been delayed now because of a shot by Chihuahua, rogue shot that went high, out of play, and struck some form of water line or sprinkler system, and has been flooding things. Now the officials are going over to talk to Pat Healy. See if we can figure out what's going to take place then. This has been one unusual event here in Harrisburg and for pro indoor soccer. Damaged water line that has put a stop to this game. Teams are starting to loosen up again. What's the word going on? Edgar Martinez and Pat Healy we talked to might be getting restarted in about 5 minutes. They think they've contained the water over in the far corner. So I think they're planning to restart things. Whew. They contained it. It's not pretty. But at least they've contained it and kept it away from into the field. Now, on the near corner, we have an issue to where we showed, or I told you about the water that was down on the near side, the north corner, and it was going underneath the turf, and that's the other side where the water has come under. Not a lot. They really didn't have to go down there and work hard to keep it out, but it found itself enough of a path and a little river down there to squeeze underneath. And now they're going to come over and try to push some of that out of the way. Maybe put some cardboard down underneath the turf to absorb what was going through. But this has been circumstance that you just never see in indoor soccer. We've got it here in Harrisburg. We've had indoor soccer dating back to the late 80s in Hershey, and then the Heat started in 91. This is how it happened. Chihuahua comes down. They're threatening. Jorge Leal pops it up. Now to play. And that's like, uh-oh. What's that? And then the water starts coming down. And that's what it looked like when it first started coming down. And then that's what it looked like with everyone out there pushing all the water away. This is an earlier clip. This isn't right now. So that's what you saw happen right after that water came in. It was coming down fast and furious too. So now that's the near side. That water just kind of seeped underneath the artificial turf that they have in the end zone at the one end. They weren't even paying attention to that. They were more worried about the other end where it was coming in like a river. So they have got to now figure out, okay, now we've got a second water intrusion here. Do we keep going? And I'm hoping, I'm looking hard over on that far corner. Not seeing any water down anymore out of the ceiling. So they may have finally gotten that to stop. Now it's just a matter of pushing what's down there on the floor out. All right, so that's where we stand right now. We're just early here in the third. It's a 2-1 Chihuahua lead on the Harrisburg Heat. It's been a rough season for the Heat. And at a 3-18-1 record, and to make things worse, now they're going to end the season flooded out. They'll play tomorrow, trying to end this 4-game losing streak tonight. So that's the near corner, the far corner, far worse. Harrisburg Heat delayed for flooding. We'll take another break, come back in a little bit. 2-1, Chihuahua leading the Heat. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Fremont Mortgage Group with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases too. For more information, contact them at fremontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Well, they have pushed down the turf, and we are set to resume here in Harrison. Ticket holder Tim, been season ticket holder forever for the Harrisburg Heat. He's used to be a fire chief down in Hamden Township and also now in Penn Township. And he was telling me that the average sprinkler head can kick out 20 to 26 gallons a minute of water. And that's exactly what that had to have hit up there. Here's a restart for the Heat. Loose in front, Panton. De Silva, Panton, goal! Rashawn Panton! The Heat tie this game after a long rain delay. makes it a 2-2 game. Let's watch this one again. Panton with his 10th of the season, just staying down there, and he and De Silva keeping things all clogged up in the middle, and looked like De Silva's shot got saved by Reynoso, but Panton was right there to finish it off. So while play continues, they do have a big skid loader down in the end zone working on the field. They will play with cleanup operations continuing in the end zone, so you'll see that from time to time. You can see that on the screen there in the background right now down in the corner, but they're putting down a lot of sawdust and dirt now, mostly sawdust it looks like, to absorb. There's a shot to save by Glorioso. A whiff. Right after that, it's cleared back out. We're tied at 2. Sent down into the corner. Penalver sends it back out, and it's knocked out of play by Matrona. Tied at 2, thanks to a goal by Rashawn Panton. His 10th of the season. Great job again. You've got to give some kudos to the crews and the guys and girls that were working down there frantically trying to keep that water from penetrating onto the field. They were able to stop it. They did. And we are able to resume this game, and the Heat immediately scoring to tie it at 2. Ruiz over on the far side. Romero. He'll play that at center circle. All the way down Fuentes. Romero onto the near side. Diaz. Romero sending it up the field. Harris knocks it the other way. Anthony Wright comes up with it, takes it into the left side. Getting a lot of pushing and shoving, nothing called back out for Kerstetter. And the Heat will set things up. Onto the near side, Perry sends it down along the boards. Mike De Silva out for Panton. He tries, goes off the heel of De Silva, and Diaz comes up with it. Tied at 2 early here in the 3rd. Comes the Savage of Chihuahua. Diaz, left side to the wing, sends it around the boards. Head ball, save Glorioso, but the follow-up is there right in the middle of the box. Chihuahua has taken a 3-2 lead on the goal by Rios. Jorge Rios. Time of the goal, 6 minutes and 16 seconds. Diaz sent that blast around. The head ball was unsuccessful, but Rios stayed with it and gets his 2nd goal of the game, his 31st of the season. And it's 3-2 Savage. At midfield, Thiago Freitas sending it back to Grant Glorioso. Thiago all the way up for Tavernisi. Back for Thiago. Thiago in just the 2nd game of the season had been waiting all year on the visa issues to clear up. Had a great game Thursday night in the loss to Baltimore. Here's Adriano Dos Santos along the near side. See the first action there by Maldini on Calvis. He's called for the foul. But Maldini had a nice game on Thursday night too. Midway through the 3rd. Iago Reynoso playing it to the near side, and it's dumped all the way down. Hernandez is open. Moving his way down through there, and they got Diaz. Well, it was Hernandez. And De Silva will bring it back out. Along the boards. Steal by the Savage. Macias getting it over onto the near side. Medrano moves down to the left. Sent around the boards along the side. Canalver. Glorioso comes over there. Glorioso in his second season and missed the early part of the season with a serious eye injury. And with those goggles on, looking good in this first start of the season tonight. Cantanera. Romero. He'll get it back. Romero setting it down along the near boards. Romero moving in, left wing around the boards. Head ball missing right in the middle there by Castanera. Glorioso again comes over there. We've seen some water in the background there. They're pushing a lot of that water off the upper floor in the back while they continue to clean up from the flooding that was taking place from that busted sprinkler head. Great start coming up here for Brad Kerstetter. Now it's Zach Perry, Thiago Freitas, and Kerstetter, the Halifax native, kicks it out of play. And we've got a timeout. We'll step out. 6 minutes to go in the third. It's 3-2. Chihuahua. This is MASL Soccer on YouTube.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls, indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Register your team in the Heat Youth tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Well, look at that. They're still cleaning and sweeping down the backside, down by the merchandise stand, and out in the hallway that water ran here at the Farm Show Complex. Play back on. John Wilsbach with you. Long rain delay here in Harrisburg earlier. A ball that smashed into we're assuming a sprinkler head here in the arena, and lots of water flooded here into the arena. Play on to the right side, shot wide left. Another one this time blocked by Puentes. He'll get it back again. They'll leave it for Ruiz. He'll send it back out of midfield. Zuart. All the way over to Reynoso. Sending it down, Glorioso grabs on. Robert Moore's product. Taking his time, and now he'll toss it. I'll tell you got to give some props to Music Mandy. She didn't move over there. Rain was coming down, water coming down. She held her own that entire time. She's a professional. Also works for the defense department, so she's not afraid of anything. Far side, Reynoso for Chihuahua. He'll fire it down into the corner. Ball sent around the boards. Oh, just off the mark, looking for Ramirez on that opposite side. Goes out of play and bouncing across the mud in the back there. I don't think they want to use that one again. Might want to get some more backup standing by in case any get the splash. Restart for the Harrisburg Heat. Up the middle it goes. Chihuahua on it, center circle. Diaz with it in midfield. Now Hernandez. Long shot right on Glorioso. .344 to go in the third. Perry tripped up, but nothing called. Chihuahua the other way, right side. Glorioso kick shave. Ball comes down, takes a weird hop to the near boards. Panton right there and gets pushed. It's a foul against Chihuahua. At midfield, couple head balls. Santos, he runs into someone. Play continues. Near side, Diaz goes off him out of play. Kick in coming up. So the restart here. Dos Santos sending it up the field. Now it's Harris. Far side, Ruiz. All the way down to Glorioso again. Back on it, here's Romero. Reynoso sends it around the boards. Kept alive by Dos Santos. Harris, right side to right. Back out Dos Santos. Jeremy Raley, near side Dos Santos. Raley again leaves it. Adriano Dos Santos near side. Raley as the Heat are changing up. Get it down to Mike Da Silva. Back out for Anthony Wright, far side Thiago Freitas. Anthony Wright sending it down into the Chihuahua zone. It's cleared back out. Shearer battling along the boards with Raley trying to keep it alive. Chihuahua again will send it back out. On the near boards, Macias works across the yellow. His shot deflected wide. And the Heat able to clear it again. Reynoso back on it. Reynoso's had a great season. 12-2 on the year. Just a 4.31 goals against average. This one kicked high in the air. Didn't hit the ceiling though. Gamino with it. Double team, loses it. Able to fend off one of the Savage players and get it back. Up the middle to Panton. Camino. Tavernisi. Dumping it all the way down for Kerstetter in the corner, but it takes the high bounce out of play. 1:11 to go in the third. Now Chihuahua holding a 3-2 lead. All stays in play, bouncing down along the near boards. Fuentes leaving it. Here comes Castanera. Zuart. Back at center circle. Along the near boards, Castanera. They'll work toward the left wing, trying to get down into the corner on Raley. They'll wedge him along the board, and Glorioso will pick it up. Anthony Wright will send it up the near side. Far boards. Harris dumping it down. Here comes Shear. Ball takes a high hop, and he's still able to recover it in the corner. Knocks it off the boards. And the Savage cleared out with 8 seconds to go here in the quarter. 3-2 Chihuahua leading. Dos Santos in midfield. And we have played 3 in Harrisburg. A long third quarter because of the flood delay. It's 3-2 Chihuahua. Back with the fourth. This is MASL TV.
Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at fremontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
The Heat are excited to announce the Heat Score 4 promotion thanks to our friends at Papa John's of Harrisburg and Central Pennsylvania. Whenever the Heat score 4 or more goals in any game, home or away, you can use code HEAT4 anytime over the following week at papajohns.com or on the Papa John's app to save 40% on your entire order. That's code HEAT4 for 40% off your online Papa John's order the entire week after any game where the Heat score 4.
Register your son or daughter for a Heat clinic run by Heat players pregame, and it includes a game ticket. To find out how, go to HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Fremont Mortgage Group, with a 5-star rating and over 30 years of helping home buyers and homeowners. Fremont is recognized as one of the top lenders. Refinance, home purchase, commercial loans, SBA loans, and zero money down programs offered. Complimentary home warranty on qualifying purchases, too. For more information, contact them at fremontmortgage.com or 800-955-8508. And available 7 days a week. NMLS number 1846.
Now we take a look at the MASL out-of-town scoreboard, and the Strikers lead the Dallas Sidekick 6-1 in the third quarter. That's the only other game going on tonight besides the Heat and Chihuahua. Scoring in the third, 3:49. Panton made it a 2-2 game, and then at 6:16, Rios with his second of the game, 31st of the season, has put Chihuahua back on top 3-2 in this one. Comprehensive Financial Associates is the official financial planner of the Harrisburg Heat. Both former and current players or clients to contact Comprehensive Financial Associates for all of your financials. And Wawa was here earlier tonight, giving out a lot of promotional things to the fans and the kids who are here. Wawa is here in Pennsylvania. There's new ones being built every day in Central PA. Check out the Wawa near you for fuel, great food, and convenient locations. Restart coming up here for the Savage. They're going from our left to right. Here in this fourth quarter, they lead it 3-2. Hernandez will approach. He'll play to the right side. It gets deflected out by Tiago. That'll be a restart coming up from the corner this time. Chihuahua has outshot Harrisburg 22-10 in this contest. He need to get some more shots on net. Restart just wide on that left side, and it comes back over to the opposite side. It was a rip by Romero. By the way, we did not see the return of Dominic Francis in this. He took that hand to the face earlier in the contest, I should say late in the second, that resulted in a penalty as Kerstetter kicks it out of play. And Francis has been out since. Restart coming up at the top of the arc. It is Chihuahua, second in the MASL right now, just a point behind San Diego. Don't be surprised if it's San Diego and Chihuahua in the finals. Great save there by Glorioso. Right down the slot. That was a blast. There's Rios again. This time the ball dumped down into the corner. Cleared back out. Jorge Rios sends it to the far side. Ramirez works it into the left and then pulls back out. Center circle. Romero. Near side. Rios. Ball gets knocked around. Bounce. Blocked. Rios again. Escalante. Look at Medrano. Here's another shot just wide right. Still loose on that far side, and finally pokes out to the midfield, and ball dumped all the way down into the corner by Shear. Out of play. Once again, when the ball goes out of play in the end, they don't want to use it. It's muddy. I don't think they understand that. Just throw a new ball in. Wipe off the old one. A lot of fans left after that long delay. They, like me, thought that they might just have to postpone this into tomorrow. After the fire crews got on the scene, more farm show folks got up, and they finally got that sprinkler from blasting out all the water. So we'll restart things with the Heat in their own end. 12:44 to go. Harrisburg trailing by 1. Anthony Wright dumping it down for Mike Da Silva. Out for Kerstetter. Cleared back out again. Chihuahua comes up with it. Camino knocking it high in the air. Foul whistle. What's interesting also about the sprinkler systems they have here in the arena is they are on the upside of the piping. It's not like they're hanging down. They're actually on the upper side of the piping, so they are still slightly protected. And somehow that ball just found the right angle, the right spacing, the right trajectory and power to bust it. Camino with a head ball, getting up for Tiago. Tiago double team, still backpedaling. Nice job of trying to control it, but Reynoso comes up with it and clears it back out for Hernandez. They'll cross it over to the far side. That shot up and out of play. Restart coming up for the Harrisburg Heat. Home tomorrow, 5:05 is the time, Eastern time. You in Chihuahua watching? You folks are Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're Mountain time. 5:05 Eastern time tomorrow. That'll end the season for the Harrisburg Heat, but the MASL continues next weekend. Big weekend, your top 8 teams playing in the playoffs out in San Diego. Ball dumped down by Romero to the corner. Out of midfield, Escalante. Near side, Romero moving into the right. Stolen away by Harris. He goes 1 against 3 out of midfield. Gets some help now. Ball played back for Reynoso. Ball sent up the middle of the field. Here's Tavernisi chipping it back down into the corner. Harris trying to spin through some traffic, cannot. 3-on-1 develops against Dos Santos. Here comes Chihuahua. Right side though, cross it around, but bad passing, and Dos Santos able to fend off the challenge. Maldani down the left side. Back for Dos Santos. Far boards. Castanera trying to get rid of it. Thiago Freitas dumps it down for Shear. Near side, Thiago. All the way down the corner for White. On the left side, Thiago shot blocked. Chihuahua able to clear it back out. Keeping the pressure on here. On the boards on the far side. Foul on the Heat. Free kick coming up for Chihuahua. Restart Savage. Come up on the midway point here of the fourth. Goal! Nice give and go combination for the Savage, and Jorge Leal is able to score. He had an assist earlier in this game. He's the one who broke that sprinkler head. Watch this, plays it to the corner, makes his run, finishes at bottom right corner. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 46 seconds of the fourth. They're saying it's Rios. I had it as Leal. Was it 6 or 16? That's the question. It's 4-2 Chihuahua. Yeah, it definitely was Leal. Main table down below, they don't have it right. We do up here on the TV booth. 6th goal of the season for Jorge Leal. Now we get the mid-quarter timeout. 7:48 to play in the fourth. It's 4-2 Chihuahua. This is MASL TV on YouTube.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What do we do? What are you guys going to yell? Yes!
With
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Well, a 2-goal lead now for Chihuahua. This one's starting to get away from the Harrisburg Heat. As we've seen in recent games, they've tried to do what they could late in games, either pulling the keeper up further and letting him go to it, or that was usually when it was Hugo in net. I don't know if we'll see Glorioso do that. Thursday night, we saw the 6th attacker with Harris coming in a little bit. Restart coming up. Glorioso long throw. Headed the other way. Down the right side. Loose ball there. Glorioso making the stop on Penover. There'll be a kick in coming up here for the Savage. Restart. Acius blocked by Dos Santos, redirecting it. Nice job there in the back. He's had to make a couple stops here in the last few minutes. They'll dump it down the near side. Racing down there is Shear. Now Raleigh. Shear. Back for Kerstetter. Dos Santos leaving it for Kerstetter. Sending it down to the corner and out of play. That'll be a kick in for Chihuahua. John Wills back with you, back on the air tomorrow, 5:05 start time. These same two teams battle it out again. And the jersey auction continues. HeatAuction.com. HeatAuction.com. Get those tickets. Or rather, get those jerseys. They start at $80 on the bidding. The bidding will end tomorrow night during the Heat game. It's the actual jerseys worn in the game this season. I believe it's the orange ones. So here's a shot just wide. It has been a rough season for the Heat, just down at times, losing games late, losing by 1, having players out at the wrong time, missing players because of those visa issues. But the Heat are hopeful and confident that the players they have here at the end of this season will solidify things going into the offseason and returning next year. Anthony Wright out at center circle. Iago. Now Kerstetter. Dumping it down to the corner. Shear. He's being held on to. That's a foul. He'd have got to start either bringing Glorioso up closer or get that 6th attacker ready, down by 2. Good restart opportunity here. Harris will take it from the right side of the box. De Silva and Thiago out front. And wants to call a timeout. Well, fans, don't forget, playoff tickets now available. Sunny San Diego next weekend. Ron Newman Cup playoffs, April 5th through the 7th. Front Wave Arena. There you go. FrontWaveArena.com. Reserve your seat. Get to see all of the top 8 teams next weekend in San Diego. Enjoy the beautiful weather out there. They'll put on a great show in San Diego. Their new arena there, Oceanside. Don't forget the Heat are home tomorrow. Last chance to see them, because the Heat at the basement of the MASL would like to get one more win to get out of the basement and ahead of Texas. That would be nice. They can knock off Chihuahua once. Fourth quarter score, the Strikers leading Dallas 6-1. Okay, here's the restart. You've got Harris on the right side. He's going to put Tavernese out front. On the back side, you've got De Silva, Thiago, and Panton. 6:11 to go in the fourth. Down by 2. Harris plays it to the middle. Goal! Joey Tavernese able to get the foot on it, and the Heat are within 1. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Second goal of the game for Joey Tavernese. He sat out Thursday. Harris will get the assist. Harris had a beautiful pass on Thursday as well, setting up a restart. And he does it here again as Joey Tavernese just runs down that slot, and Harris able to find his foot and tap it in. It's a 4-3 game. Heat still in this one. Glorioso out of position, but the ball goes deep into the corner. Castanera running it down, but Chihuahua on it. Near side, Fuentes. They'll move to the right side, off the boards. Cleared out by Wright. Out of center circle, Escalante. Another shot. Glorioso right there, snags it in the air. They'll toss this one. High and headed the other way by Chihuahua. Chris Denner will get it back to Glorioso. Up to a little shaky start early on with some clearing passes that went out of play. And 3 line violations, but he has since settled down. You just got to get more help from the folks in front of you. And that's a little hard when you're playing Chihuahua, one of the top teams in the league. So the restart coming up. On the back line, Romero. Another out of play restart coming up. Loose at center circle. They'll call Thiago for the tripping foul. Start coming up for Chihuahua if Medrano ever gets up. No, that wasn't Medrano, that was Diaz. They'll play it back. Escalante dumping it down into the corner. All the way back in midfield. Chihuahua, similar to Baltimore, playing on very short fields. Here's Escalante with a shot wide. Not a lot of field on those two teams. That'd be interesting if Baltimore would end up with Chihuahua. You don't know if that'll happen or not, but two teams with shorter fields, went around 145, 155 on length, where most have about 190 to 195, maybe 200. Harrisburg Heat to restart. Harris, far side, shot up and out of play. Camino. 4:16 to go. I hope you tune into MASL TV next weekend for all the games taking place in the playoffs. Reynoso sends it up the middle. And the ball's going to go out of play again. It has been a long night if you've just tuned in. We had a long delay here for a ball that went out of play. Hit one of the ceiling sprinkler system units. And water began to flood down in the end zone. And right at the edge of the field, they were able to keep it out, but it was an ugly mess. Restart here for the Heat again. Another opportunity for Harris. They'll get that same group of guys out there. So Tavernisi is not out there. Raley is instead. Harris. De Silva. Shot. No. He wanted a handball. Will they get a challenge on this? Will the officials take a look at it? We're going to take a look. Wow, that was a vicious flurry down there. Mike De Silva got a good touch on the ball right in the middle of the box. Let's see what much of the Heat bench saw, as we're going to get a video review. Take a look at this restart. As is De Silva at the top, he goes down the middle as Harris plays it. Hit there, and then another one. I don't see anything. Let's take another look here. Slow it down. He thought there was a handball, I believe. I don't see it. Nothing there. It didn't look like it there. We'll go real slow. That hit the post. Maybe the right hand of Medrano, number 2. If you watch it again, when he's in the middle, the ball will hit off the foot coming up right here. Watch number 2. Did it hit right there? His hand kind of bashed away like it had gotten struck. We'll see it again. Panton hits it right here. Right, oh, there it was. Was it conclusive enough that it hit his hand or not? And if so, it would probably be just a restart at the top of the box area. And so watch this again. So it's right there. Medrano, as he hit it with the left foot, it looked like it went up and smacked him in the right hand. If we can slow it down enough, right? That shot's not going to show it. I think the shot behind the net is going to give us our best advantage. But even then, it was hard to see it. And the video replay, not enough to overturn it. I would have to say so too, because the shot from behind, the side shot inconclusive, and the shot from behind, you really could not tell if it hit or not. So they're giving the restart, though, as the ball went out of play to the Harrisburg Heat. They will restart at the left point. Maldini. Moving. Shot. Score! Maldini Goncalves Diaz ties this game at 4. Time of the goal, 11:16. What a rip. Upper right side, nothing Reynoso could do about that. What a shot by Maldini. His 3rd of the season. Harris gets the assist. We're tied. There's a shot down the slot by Harris. Reynoso, a little bobble, holds on to it as he gets up. Heat keep it alive again. Look out, here comes Chihuahua. Just as soon as you think you've got a lead or you're tied up, they just come back and put one on you. And we're going to get an injury here as Mike Da Silva tried to put the brakes on. And as he did, he went down. Not sure if the knee or the ankle went out on him. We have had so many different stoppages tonight. And there was no contact with any of the Savage players. He just went down, putting the brakes on. Not sure if he did the knee as the trainers take a look at him. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Bestjansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games. It looked like he was going to slide, maybe try to make a block, and then he put the brakes on and he just buckled up. Watch him here coming across. Ooh, just kind of went down awkward with his legs facing outward from the knee. Mike Da Silva. That's good to see. He's up and walking off. Under his own power. He lost Dominic Francis in this game with an injury to the face. Silva a little shaken with 3:07 to go. Free kick coming up here for Chihuahua. We're tied at 4. Restart from outside the yellow. Played to the left side. Chipped into the corner. Stetter knocks it along the boards. Against Zuart. Then Panton brings it out. Hansen sends it up the middle. Brought back the other way by Hernandez. Cross to the near side, Leal. Still battling along the boards. Hanover, Leal. Up the far side. Steal by Thiago Freitas. They'll work it, slow it, and they'll play it back to Kerstetter at the yellow. Glorioso was going to come up, but opted not to. Ball chipped high here out of midfield. On the near side, Maldini trying to get on it. Again, it's going to be the Savage with it. Out along the near board, Zuart at the point. Double team there by the Heat. Keep it away from him. Harris able to get it back out, but again the Savage have it. Along the far side, Medrano. They'll slow it up. Evernisi trying to strip the ball. 1:33 to play in a tie game. Out front, shot up and out of play by Diaz. Harrisburg ball with 1:23 to go. We're tied at 4. San Diego rooting for the Heat. They'd love to see Chihuahua lose. Hold that number 1 spot going into the playoffs. Medrano down and banged up. We've had sprinkler system flooding. We've had bodies flying, injuries. Fuentes is signaling he thinks the red flag should be thrown and have this one reviewed. And we just might get that, but the Heat are going to call timeout. We'll step out. 1:18 to go in the fourth. Tied at 4, Harrisburg and Chihuahua. This is MASL TV on YouTube. Doesn't look like they're going to review it. They have given no indication. We'll keep it right here just in case they review. They're talking about it, but no red flag was thrown from the Chihuahua bench. Tied at 4, the Harrisburg Heat battling back with goals from Tavernisi and Maldini to make it a 4-4 game. And the Heat, who have lost so many games this season late when they've had a lead in the second half or losing by 1, now they're in that situation where they can win by 1. Can they do that? Just to show that this team is coming along now with getting the players back and in necessary. Certainly they have some guys that are still out with some injuries from this season. And the Heat don't even have Ozzie and A in the lineup tonight. But a great job by Grant Glorioso in his first start this season. Here comes the restart. Harris tries playing it up the middle, and that gets blocked. Cleared back out. Harris trying to keep it away from Fuentes. Fuentes pulls Harris down. That's a foul. Free kick for the Heat. .107 to go. Jeremy Raley to restart things from his own end. He'll fire it up the floor. It gets headed by Mike Da Silva. Reynoso will grab on. He'll put it down the carpet. Romero back to Reynoso up the middle. Thiago sends it one way, headed the other way. Chihuahua down the near side. Here comes a little run for Diaz, but cleared back out by the Heat. Panton on it. He got tripped up from behind, just a foul. 40 seconds to go. We're tied at 4. Heat will restart with Dos Santos. And we get a late game miracle here for the Heat. Loose down in the corner. Chihuahua able to clear it back out. They'll run it down that right side. Castañeda, goal! Pedro Castañeda. Top shelf with 27 seconds to go. 14:33 time of the goal. Something that the Heat have just suffered with all season. These late game giveaways, and look at that. Top left for Pedro Castañeda. Wow. His 19th of the season. The Heat had the 6th attacker on, but they give it away as Harris went down, and it's finished off by Romero with 19 seconds to go. Time of the goal, 14:41. And Romero getting his 20th of the season. Harris looked like he wanted to just pull the ball back a little bit and kind of tripped over it and gave it away. And it's now a 6-4 game. A win against this Chihuahua team will not come tonight. They will have to do it tomorrow. Tiago, the 6th attacker, is out there. Down by 2 with 7.8 seconds. Harris sends it towards the middle, gets deflected. Tiago with a shot. Goal! It got deflected in the middle with 3.9 on the clock. So 14:57. I don't know if it was Tavernese got the foot on it or De Silva got the foot on it. I think it may have been Tavernese, and if so, that's a hat trick for him. Let's see here. Got sent down. Yep, Tavernese. And Tiago gets the assist. There's a better shot. Oh, no, it did hit. Looked like it did hit De Silva. As this game ends. First time we showed it, it looked like Tavernese. The second time, it looked like De Silva. Doesn't matter. This game's over. Chihuahua holds on for a 6-5 win. We'll come back, show you all the highlights when we return. MASL TV on you.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play. Get started and play.
The best way to improve is to train with the pros. The Heat run camps and clinics year-round. Contact Kevin at HARRISBURGHEAT.com. Boys and girls indoor and outdoor. HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
Register your team in the Heat Youth Tournaments. You get game tickets, minimum of 3 games, MASL officials, medals for the winners, on field with the Heat players pregame, and much more. Get your team in today at HARRISBURGHEAT.com.
What we do? What are you guys going to yell?
Yes! Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
Well, another tough loss for the Harrisburg Heat. Just has not been their season. They lose to Chihuahua 6-5. Let's run down all the scoring for you in this one. As we were also able to confirm, that was De Silva, not Tavernese, who scored that last goal. We'll show you all of them. First, it was Joey Tavernese at 142 in this contest. Plays it off the boards to himself, makes it 1-0. Chihuahua ties it up at 4:06. Rios, his 30th from Escalante. Nice blast in the upper corner. That made it 1-1. Then 11:23, it's Ruiz with his 8th from Leal. Sent there in front, makes it 2-1, but the Heat tied up in the 3rd after some delays there. We get Panton, his 10th of the season, makes it 2-2. Chihuahua goes back on top again. Rios, 2nd of the game, 31st of the season from Diaz, made it 3-2. Moved to the 4th at 6:46. Leal, his 6th. 2-goal lead for Chihuahua, but the Heat quickly battle back at 8:50 of the 4th. Tavernese, 2nd of the game, 19th of the season, makes it 4-3. Then at 11:16, Maldini Goncalves. Watch this rip from Harris. 4-4. The game is tied. We get late at 14:33. Castanera right there. You just cannot stop. a shot like that, his 19th of the season. And then a steal, taking one away from Harris here, and Romero gives them a 2-goal lead at 14:41. We get a late one at 14:57 as this ball gets sent to the middle. We thought it was Tavernese at first, but it's actually on the back. It's De Silva right there who touched it in. So give De Silva the goal, his 15th of the season, and that's where you get your scoring. Final shots, Chihuahua 29, Harrisburg 17. And we are back here tomorrow, 5:05, Chihuahua and Harrisburg. And hopefully you join us again, and hopefully we won't have any more rain delays. Final score, Chihuahua 6, Harrisburg 5, and Chihuahua with that victory moving temporarily back into first place in the standings in the MASL above San Diego with a 19-4 record. The Heat slipped to 3-19-1 in last place in the MASL. And one out of town. Score to check on the Strikers, now leading Dallas 11-5 in the fourth. All right, for Chad, Kelly, rest of the crew here, I'm John Wilsbach. 6-5 Chihuahua over the Heat. You've been watching MASL TV on YouTube.